We have partnered with Tourism Australia to help you discover why there's nothing like Australia for an unforgettable holiday. And one of the things that makes this country so unique, I think hands down, is the wildlife. With more on the animals down under, we're joined by Tim Faulkner from Australian Reptile Park in Aussie Ark. Tim, good morning to you. Who do you, or I should say good evening, I guess, to you, but who do you have with you?
G'day. This is Lizzie, and Lizzie is a wombat. And you know what? The closest living relatives are koalas, and one lives on the ground in a burrow, and the other lives right up trees. But her name is Lizzie. She's beautiful, right?
She's really cute. But Tim, I have to ask you, we were talking about this in our meeting on Friday. Is it true that wombats poop squares?
Yeah, they do.
What?
They do. It's the way their digestive system works. It's so long, and it really compacts all the food that they eat, but they're cubes, like ice cubes, really distinctive.
That's so weird. When I think of Australian animals, you know, I think like kangaroos, and I understand there's a special baby other than Lizzie that you're holding there at the Australian Reptile Park right now. Can you tell us about them?
Yeah, well, little Ruby, and obviously the Tourism Australia campaign has Ruby the kangaroo, and you know, for namesake, we have. She's only now about 50 metres from where I stand. She's out there with her mum, whereas you know Lizzie here. She was actually orphaned, and so I'm mum now, whereas little Ruby is out there in her mum's pouch. So think about it. She's just out there warm in a pouch, and she's really beautiful. And little kangaroos, you know, at the age she's at, they just start to hop and leave the pouch a bit, and they run around and play. Really beautiful to watch.
Oh, that's really cute. Ruby is so beautiful. I can't believe that you are Lizzie's mom. I mean, she's cuddling right into you. What does your care for her entail? What is Lizzie's day like?
Yeah, well, 24 hours a day at the moment. You know, she has 5-6 bottles a day. She's only just starting to eat solid food. And, you know, this is the fun part of my job. I mean, Australia generally, I think we just have the best wildlife, whether it's kangaroos, koalas, wombats, but you go a tiny bit more exotic to, you know, tree kangaroos or cassowaries and whale sharks and sea lions and, you know, just the best stuff, which is simply why people need to come here. If you're going to go big and start and travel, then go all the way and come to Australia, because I live here, but I tell you, it's the best place on earth.
I mean, go big or go home, right, Tim? I mean, you can tell how much you love these animals. Do you have a favorite? I suspect it's Lizzie, but do you have a favorite?
Oh, at the moment, it's Lizzie, and I'm a really big fan of Tasmanian devils. You know, they're a really spectacular species. They live in Tasmania, of course, but we have a really large population of them at a conservation organisation called Aussie Ark, and so I've really got a passion for that species, but I'm a sucker for wombats because of what you can see here now.
The cuddles. Oh my gosh, I'm a sucker for kangaroos. Do you have any fun facts you can share with us about them?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you look, red kangaroos are our largest, weigh up to about 50 kilos. You've got wonderful grey kangaroos that are a tiny bit smaller. What a lot of people don't know is that you've got kangaroos, wallabies, wallaroos, potoroos, bettongs. You've got a whole myriad of kangaroo-type species that are all called macropods. And that simply means large-footed. And some of the smaller ones I really love. They just look like replicas of giant, but I'd encourage people when you come, you want to see the mighty big red kangaroos, you know? But those smaller species really hold a place in my heart, and you can find them all over Australia.
Oh, Tim, so cool. You hold a special place in my heart, too, that you've been wrestling a wombat through this entire interview. So thank you so much for joining us all the way here in Canada.
Thank you. You know, I gave her a bottle only a few minutes ago, and I thought I'd be able to cue it, that she'd just be milk drunk. Or it might have just kicked in now.
Just in time for the end, Tim. Thank you so much, Lizzie. Thank you. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.